You're now tuned into the Monday Midsole with your co-host, Molly Mall,
That's not true.
Polos and
It's the
Jay,
people's rant.
Unboxed App, and Buckeye City Soul. Powered by the usual suspects. It's the Monday Midsole. Let's go.
Yo, it is Monday, and welcome to the Monday Midsole. I am your co-host, Buckeye City Soul, a.k.a. Kev, and we got a great show planned for you today. We are without our light-skinned brother, but hopefully next week he will be back and clear and eligible to play. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it to the legendary Marcus.
What's good, fam? It's your boy Polos and Jays, aka the OG Jay Walker, aka Marcus. Excited to be here tonight. With that, we're gonna pass it over to Mo.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Mo. Appreciate you guys for tuning in on another Monday evening. Hopefully you're entertained, and if you're not, get the hell out the chat. And without further ado, we're gonna go back to Mr. Paul Bunyan over there.
Oh, and also shout out to Feats in the Streets for this dope shirt. Make sure y'all go ahead and
shout out. I ain't got no damn shirt.
Hey, they gonna get you one, man.
I'm messing
We gotta get your address, so they gonna get you one too. You and Ma. I think Polo, you already got yours, but yeah, make sure y'all go check them out. Doing some things, a couple things here and there, you know, on the IG and everything like that. So, Feats in the Streets. So let me go ahead and let's get to what's in the box.
I'll show you the box. What was in the box?
Because I envy your normal life.
Put the gun down, David.
It seems that envy is my sin.
Oh, what's in the box?
What's in the box? Sponsored by Unboxed App. Make sure you go ahead and get that app, download it, and start scanning some shoes. So who wants to go first today?
I'll go first.
All right.
I don't have nothing.
What the hell's wrong with you, man?
That's shocking.
Man, I told you I'm trying to shut it down. It's retail or bust right now. As long as I gotta fund this app some more.
Man.
So, yeah.
Good luck, my friend.
I know. Hopefully next week y'all see me with some off-whites and a New Beginnings pack, but chances are you're gonna see me with pocket limb.
Man, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. Marcus,
Awesome.
man, don't you? Nasty nigga.
Well, I got an oldie but a goodie. This was one I missed out when it dropped, and so I had to go back and grab it. But yeah, the Air Force One Cactus Jack, dope shoe, man. I love it.
You almost got all of them now, don't you?
Only ones I don't have is that what is it that?
The canvas ones, the Air Force ones?
Yeah, I don't have either one of those white pair. And that Air or whatever it is.
Oh yeah, then you had the 33, do you?
Yeah, the 33. Yeah, I don't have that one.
You can probably get it for retail.
Somebody actually hit me up the other day when I posted the picture of those, and they were just like, "I got those 33s. If you want to grab them," I just ignored their ass.
Hey, you might as well go ahead, man. You get the whole set. You can't not have the whole set.
I'm about to say, remember, you gotta complete the set. Those
I'm good
33s
on
ain't
those.
bad though. You getting them two
I like the
70s.
33. I like the
33s.
I mean, but I would never wear it, so it's like pointless. I'm
True.
never gonna wear them.
Yeah.
Just like
Yeah.
Okay.
Picked up these,
This
baby.
dude. They come with
This-
They come with a mask.
I know, right? Them Wuhans.
Well, hell, I'm still healthy. I ain't had no issues, so I'm good on it, man. But this shoe is pretty dope. You know, everybody keep asking me which one is better, this one or the Chinatown, and I mean, it's really a preference, but I like the Chinatown pair better.
You want to show them both?
Yeah, I saw the Chinatown pair.
Yeah, we got time.
You know, show the side by side. Can we get the side by side?
All right, hold on, since y'all gonna make it.
Oh, you gotta get up. Oh hell.
This
Yeah,
guy.
Behind you.
Hey, man, we seen your long johns on, Fred Sanford.
Got that. You got the joints where you got the buttons in the back.
Yeah.
So here's the Chinatown pair, and I think what I love about it, man, it's got like a little satin right here, then it's got like a nubuck suede, and then it's like a metallic swoosh on it. I don't know, man. I just like the colors on. I think the colors are just dope. That gold kind of sits out, and I like the way they did the laces, the two-tone laces with the.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, the laces dope with the two-tone. The laces they did on these, and, you know, I ain't really no lace swap dude, but they kind of whack, man. They not like, I don't know. It's
Can
kind
we
of
get
almost
close
like
up of
a
that?
ribbon.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They didn't really put no effort into the lace, but I don't know, man. These right here they just do it for me. Right now, this my cop of the year.
I like that. I like the U.S. pair better, actually. I mean, you could probably, and the thing is, you can wear those with more than
right.
the other joints.
Exactly.
Some other ones, you're gonna be struggling to find some. You might have a fit or two, but
actually, man, the funny thing is, I've already found like 3 or 4 shirts to go outside of the ones that y'all see me wearing. I found 3 or 4 more shirts to go with them. So
this man just sitting on the internet, plugging in pictures of the shoes, and be like, shirts that match.
that's what I do.
Hey, man, you need to make that a plug-in for the Unbox tab. You can go ahead and see your old fit.
Yeah, I need that motherfucker to work first. Oh, I said,
Retro. All right, you got anything else, or is that?
That's it. That's all.
All right. First, I'll go. I didn't show these because they hadn't come yet, and Marcus had his before all of us. I guess that's what happens when you're old. But I did get the red cement. These either Nike Air in the back, and honestly, I mean, I like the Nike Air in the back for nostalgia. The Shy is cool just because it's rare. But if you had to pick one or the other, and they had the same numbers, I'd go with nostalgia.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm not even.
Yeah,
I was from
I wouldn't care
Chicago,
about-
maybe.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
If you're
what I
from
wanted to
Chicago,
say.
you'd want to have those. Yeah, for sure. I see
Right.
that. And then I also got these Flight 89s. They're kind of like the Toro.
Wait a minute. Oh, you did show us that. Yeah.
The Toro 4 style.
They do look like the Toro 4.
They do, don't they?
So,
When he showed us the picture, I remember thinking like, oh no, this ain't Toro.
So yeah, man. I mean, these were the ones you could get back in the day if you weren't trying to go all the way with the Jordan 4. They came out with so many different colors. I'm glad that they came back and they're coming back. The Chicago pair looks kind of dope too, but it's like one of those pairs that I buy that I know I won't wear as much, because if I'm gonna wear a red shoe, I'm gonna probably wear the Toro. But it's just nice to have these in the collection.
Y'all like those, man. Those are nice.
And then
Hoping they come back with the purple joints. They do purple. I'm all over them.
they came out with I think those Phoenix Suns ones were dope that they dropped like maybe a couple months ago.
Damn, I didn't even know they were dropping them like that. I know Flash was picking them up.
Yeah, they had they just dropped like a camo one the other day.
Man,
Yeah.
I need to start paying attention. Nike store, right?
Yeah,
Okay, I'm gonna look.
they're on sneakers, I think. And then I got the LeBron All-Star Game 7s. These are dope. I wanted these so bad, and then the prices were bananas on these. And then with, especially in my size, trying to get either a 12.5 or a 13, because the 7s, if you haven't bought a pair of these, they run a little small, a little tight. I mean, in Jordan, yeah, in Jordans, I typically wear a 12, or I like to have a 12.5. But 12.5 and these are kind of tight, so I had to go all the way to a 13. But that's what I got. And let me go ahead and do a quick rundown through the chat real quick. You guys go ahead and shout out your latest pickups. First, I'm gonna start at BZ Visions. And then we got Lars Young, we got Chaz Fat, we got Hella Lace, of course, Erlene. We got Diana Lopez. We got Danny Dabs. We got Diverse Styles. D Reynolds. Hey, D Reynolds, appreciate that dono. What's good with you? Footage Society. Yo, Footage Society. We need to holla. I see you over there cleaning up everybody's shoes. Feats in the Streets in the building. Like I said, make sure y'all go ahead and check them out. Did I miss anybody? Anybody? Retro Boom. I see
Retro,
O.
yeah.
I know you can miss him. You good?
Oh, with the long money, man. He got that Sports Illustrated camera. You see that?
What?
Yeah, boy, man, he got that long thing. Pause. Rice Goat 80. And I think I got everybody unless somebody.
Mr. Wavy just came
Wavy,
in.
he just came.
Okay, Wavy, what's good with you? What's good with you? I thought I seen K lives on K Live Soul, and that's who we got. That's who we got. So we're gonna go ahead and get right on into the topics. Also, shout out to the late entries, Beauty and Kicks and Mark Kicks. But we are gonna go ahead and get into the first topic, and this is gonna be a Mo topic. He's gonna kick this one off, and then we'll go ahead and spitball off of it. But this is the StockX in the 2 layers.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, so hold, son, close the door. So, you know, as everybody knows, there have been several breaches with StockX as far as, you know, credit cards being hacked and people buying shoes. I know I've had my card breached, but luckily it was stopped. I had, you know, several people who, good night, little man, a couple people who have, you know, had, my brother personally had a pair of Harachis purchased for, you know, on his account. So what StockX finally, night boo. So what, my bad, sorry. So what StockX finally did was, which they're real late with this, is they implemented the 2-way authentication similar to what Instagram does. LinkedIn now has it. They got this in place to help better protect. So what are you guys' thoughts as far as, I know a lot of people canceled their accounts because of the issue, but with them implementing this 2-way authentication, which I didn't even get mine till a couple days ago, how do you guys feel about, you know, using StockX again as a platform to buy?
I mean, I never stopped using, so I mean, it didn't hit me yet. So, you know, like, it's one of those things. I think that once it hits you, then it's just like, oh, wait a minute. So, you know, it hadn't hit me yet, but I went ahead and signed up for it, though. That's for sure. I mean, I got, like, I have Credit Karma. I check my stuff every day, and, you know, I get, you know, those little alerts saying, oh, we found your information on this and changed this password. And I'm like, damn, like, that was a popular password. So like, you got, man, it's just like, if somebody ever hacked Apple, we'd all be in trouble, because, man, you have to have so many different passwords for everything. But anyways, I mean, it's good that they're trying to do something else. I think that they're the best platform out of, you know, them and Goat and Stadium Goods. If you were to say that there was a big 3, outside of them not doing used shoes, which I think that would take them over the even further. Right. But, you know, it works for me. What about you, Marcus?
I haven't gone in and done the 2-way verification. I've seen it, but I kind of bypass it every time. I did recently purchase the I mean, that's how I got these. It was on StockX not too long ago. But I was also breached, and I think what they did was they went in and got into all of my other accounts, because basically I had pretty much the same password on all my foot sites. So I'm assuming that they got my password from StockX, and man, I've seen them try to order from Nike. I've seen them try to order from StockX. I mean, I actually saw it. I was sitting in the bed one Saturday morning. It was something about to drop. And I think we were talking in the chat, and it said Nike sneakers confirmation for whatever shoe it was. I'm like, what the fuck?
High heels.
I go in.
How much that
so
drink
I went
last
in.
night?
I mean, I think it was them UGG Timberland boots or whatever.
Oh man, there you go.
And it had an Ohio address on there, but
I don't even know
got rid of it.
I don't even know where my Uggs are, man. I gotta find them joints.
Just look down on your feet.
No. I got black cement 4.
Some Simpsons. But
Homers.
yeah, it's crazy, man. I was sitting there and I was watching it, and the transaction was trying to go through on my phone, so I was able to cancel it. And then I had another one that they tried to do on StockX. I was able to cancel that one. But yeah, I had to end up getting. I didn't even know my account had been breached like that. And what ended up happening, they shut my whole account down. So I took my ass to the gas station one morning. I'm on E like a motherfucker, on my way to work. And I put my card in, and it's like decline. I'm like, what the fuck? So that's how I found out my account was breached. I ended up contacting the bank. But my thing is now it's kind of too late, because they've already gotten access to other accounts, not just through StockX. They've been hitting up, like I said, Nike, Footlocker. I had a Footlocker transaction, all that stuff, So that's one thing. I mean, if you have accounts and they all had a similar password, go and change all that shit, man. Go and change everything you got. Yeah. That's what I learned through this. But I mean, as far as the two-way verification, what is it? What do you have to do on that, Kev? Because I haven't tried it yet.
It's like they you had to put this in
for Instagram too.
It is. It is for Instagram. It is. It does. It has that option.
I mean, Marcus, do you have two-way authentication on your Instagram?
Shit, I don't know.
Oh Lord Jesus, man!
Like you have to plug in your phone number, and then like it'll send you a special code. So, but the thing is though, like if somebody were, like I said, somebody were to get into Apple, I mean, they can get in your keychain, and your keychain has everything on it. Like
if you know, ain't nobody getting into Apple, man. You know how they be trying to hack into that stuff. Shoot, they had to go to the what was the case where somebody. Wasn't it somebody, one of the, like a terrorist, one of the locals, they did a shooting, and then the dude had a phone, and they wouldn't, Apple was like, no, we're not going to crack the code. They couldn't crack it. They had to take them to court to try and get them to crack the code. Like Apple, not saying that it can't get breached, right? I mean, but Apple,
Yeah, but I think they did that because if they were to do that, I think they opened themselves up to be able to do it for other people.
Of course.
So...
Right.
They're trying not to, and I think that's one of the reasons why they don't have as many viruses that you can get on the Apples, where like on an Android phone you can get viruses for sure, and PC you can get a hell of viruses, but Apples are somewhat safe, I guess. But yeah, they have this long like other password that you just have to keep, but I haven't had to like re-log in or anything yet, so I don't know exactly what it does. If there's a precaution, I'll take it. I'd rather be safe than sorry. Right. But I mean, I still, the thing that keeps me away from StockX most is the tax.
That tax. Well, Goat's got the tax too now.
Yeah, so I mean, like, it's a pair of shoes that you're already gonna spend $500 on, and then you tack on tax on top of that. Then it takes it to a point where you're like, man, no, I don't really need these. Like, you might be like, all right, $500 plus 13 ship. All right, I was cool. Like, in your brain, you're like, all right, I'm cool with that. But then when you go ahead and you hit your, your ask, or you hit the thing, and it's like $625. Like, where the hell did all this extra money come from?
You're right. Rethinking that shit.
Yeah, I'm like,
I've had to do that for a couple, because now I find myself, I'll go through and I'm like, ooh, okay, $800. Okay, then I click and I'll be like, wait,
yeah, that tax on
6 and some change tax on top of this plus the ship. I'm just like, I'm gonna pump the brakes.
Yeah,
but I haven't even set my authentication up, but I haven't bought anything either. I haven't bought anything from StockX, and it's been months actually, which is why I haven't set mine up. I'm glad they finally got with the program, but I think, like you said, it's too little, too late. My thing is, you're a $1 billion, have a valuation of $1 billion. Why did it take you, the first sets of breaches came, was it May or March or something like that? It's a year now. It took you a year before you finally said, let's put in two-way authentication. You've turned your customer base off. A lot of people have gone and shifted over to GOAT for that reason.
I mean...
No, they'll probably come back. I'm not saying,
the thrifty buyer is gonna look though. The thrifty buyer is gonna look, because you go on GOAT, you're gonna spend more money on GOAT, and GOAT's had a lot more integrity issues as far as with workers and things like that. So it's a give and take. So I mean, you could get screwed where you probably you're gonna get your money back if someone hacks it, most likely, unless you over here paying in money orders and rush cards and all that good stuff. You might be in trouble. But with GOAT,
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. Like I had that one problem with them, and I mean, I
Kinda
bought from
turned
them
you off.
since.
Oh, you have?
I have bought from them since, but
Okay. Okay.
yeah, I bought
I think
I
like
bought
it's
the-
like
Atmos 3s.
with the pack, or you just got the 3?
I only got the 3. I bought the
Okay.
3. I bought the 3 used, and I mean it wasn't in bad shape, but
Oh, you okay? Gotcha.
the things were going
Yeah.
for a lot though. And I mean nobody really liked them. I liked them, but you know.
Oh, I
Yeah,
love.
Yeah, I'll eventually get my stuff set up. There's just, honestly, there just hasn't been anything that's, and I think we talked about this, not to get off topic. It's just, there's nothing really that's that appealing that I really want.
Right.
And then I'm just getting to the point where I'm just so fed up with the things you do want. You got to pay so much more to get it. It's just kind of turning me off a little bit.
I just got to the
as
point
dumb as it sounds,
where I mean, you just look at stuff that, say you threw it off a boat. At some point, it gets too far where, hey, I can't swim out there to go get it. So
yeah.
it's done. And that's how a lot of shoes are. I think pretty much. I mean, if I could get it, then like I've either gotten it or I'm not going to get it,
Right.
or it's not out yet. So I'm not. There's really nothing I'm not going to go back and get, because I mean some of the shoes that I really want are like getting to the point where they're about to hit breakdown mode. Yeah, so I'm like, I ain't about to spend money on, like those burgundy 5s.
Oh yeah.
I'm not
yeah.
doing
Don't do
those
it.
soul. I'm not doing those soul
Yeah.
swaps and all that, man.
No.
Like, so I mean
That makes sense.
it was a good deal too. But
Yeah, I feel you. It's getting to that point. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't even wear the shoes like that.
Cracks. That's just.
I saw a pair. Somebody
Here
had
you
a
go.
pair
Then
of
he
those.
He got to bring out.
Somebody had a pair of those in a Facebook group, and I think it was a good deal for a size 12.
I hope they crumble.
And I was like, nope,
Marcus.
nope.
They
can't do
already.
it.
I told you I was taking pics a few weeks ago, and the sole crumbled on me.
Oh, in those, or was it the burgundies?
Both of them.
Oh,
Yeah, both
Okay.
of them. My feelings is hurt.
Yeah. Hey, I don't.
I can't go back that far.
Danny Dabs, man, I don't have the space to switch my style up, and like when he went in, like Polos went into them Air Maxes, I don't have space for. I gotta stay in my lane. I got some Uggs. Everybody in this house has one pair of Uggs. Everyone.
Oh, no.
really? Your son too?
Yeah, he's got a pair. The kids been wearing them though. Like I've seen a lot of young fellas out here wearing them. So
Let's see your Christmas matching pajamas and Uggs pictures that you took with the family, because I know y'all all took one together.
the older kids don't have. I got. We do have matching pajamas. I didn't wear them though. I can't wear. You can't be walking around with. Never mind. I want to go there. I'm trying to be PG-13 today. So let's go. You guys done with this one? We're gonna go to the next one.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, let's move on.
All right, next one. This is one that I really wanted to get into. It's about the BHM. Is Nike missing on the BHM? For the past year or few years, they've been overdoing it with kente cloth, African colors and things like that, and they really haven't told a story. Now the pair that dropped, there's a few pairs that dropped, and you can see them on the screen. I don't know if I sent you guys a picture of them, but the Air Force One, like I was looking at that and I was like, what about that shoe looks like Black history? It looks like the projects. Like it looks like JJ and Michael on Good Times. You know what I'm saying? Like it looks like it's raw and it's unfinished. And I'm like, if that's what's supposed to, embody Black people, like that doesn't make sense to me. That doesn't. I feel like they're just putting out shoes and dropping the BHM on there. Now I read the description, and it says that the colors are supposed to be bright, like I guess urban culture in the 90s, where I grew up in the 90s, and everybody wore bright colors. Like it wasn't just limited to Blacks and urban. It was everybody. And then the toe box is destroyed, And I mean, and it's supposed to be like a mirror image, so you see the reflection of yourself. Like, what does that have to
Is
do with
that
anybody?
what the whole
We're
concept
not.
was?
I mean, it's not like we're vampires. Or other people are vampires, and they can't see their reflection. Like, there's no, nothing. And I just thought, like, they could do a lot better job, just like with the people at Dornbecker. You look at one of those shoes, and that person who made the shoe can go and tell you a story about that shoe. Where with Black History, I mean, you could have done. Caesar and I were talking about this. African Caesar. Make sure y'all go check him out. Sneakerbox Radio. We were talking about you could do a Red Tails Jordan 5, like with the fighter jet, with do that colorway, and then talk about the Tuskegee Airmen and tell that story, or go to these communities and work with community leaders and have them put together a shoe, with at a youth center or something, where everybody has different things that they add to the shoe, and you can talk about what it means to them, as opposed to kente cloth, which kente cloth is something from Africa. If we're talking about Black history, I'm thinking we're talking about people here and what our contribution has been to people here, as opposed to our ancestors that that were over in Africa, which I don't think. I think that it's good to commemorate that, but I just think that it's better to notate what we're doing here and what our contribution has been here, as opposed to what you see on social media and the news and the first 48. So I think that they have a platform to do so much more. I mean, especially since they've doubled down on diversity and equality with Colin Kaepernick. I just think that they could do so much more. Like, what do you guys think?
No, I agree. I mean, I'll be honest. I think, every year when I see, the BHM collections drop, I don't see anything that says to me Black history. In most instances, it might be one pair or something that gives like a hint of it, but I think that, like you said, for the most part, they're just dropping the ball, and it's almost like they're just picking any colors and slapping something together and trying to do something different and saying, okay, this represents Black history. But I think, like you said, one concept would be to kind of tie in certain aspects from actual Black history and tie it into a shoe itself, or like I said, I mean, talk to people in the community and things like that, because I mean, let's be realistic. I'm sure the panel of individuals who came up with the concept for these shoes is probably less than 10% of the people are Black. So
right,
I think that if you're really trying to hit the mark, I think you need to delve into it. And I think, like you said, the aspect of telling a story would definitely give more appeal. But the question is that going to happen, right? Even was it Adidas last year that did something? I think, and Caesar, touched on it last year when I want to say it was Adidas did a shoe that just, I think none of the majority of these shoes that come out during Black History Month don't tell a story. They don't say anything that says Black history. It's what I would think is, if you set several pairs of shoes down in front of me, and I should be able to look at it and in some aspect say, okay, this kind of speaks to Black history in some aspect. But if it just kind of blends in with all the other shoes that are dropping, then it just kind of misses the mark. Then what makes it a Black history shoe? Just because you released it the month of February and called it a BHM, and that's what it seems to be. I don't see anything behind it that really says Black history. So they're probably not going to change it. Let's be realistic. I mean, there are a lot of things that we complain about that they don't change. It'd be nice that if they would take some effort to try and embody that, but I mean, realistically, it's just probably not going to happen.
I really haven't cared about a Black History Month shoe in a long time. I mean, I don't know if there was ever a point where I truly cared about a Black History shoe, because there's not been one, as Kev said, about telling a story. There's not been one that's told a story. Not one. They've thrown colors on them, or whatever with the kente, but outside of that, they haven't told a story. My thing is, if you're gonna do a Black History shoe, as we spoke about earlier, do it like a Dornbecker. Go and find, maybe a school or something with some underprivileged children, and say, hey, put this shoe together, tell a story, talk about who you are, you come from, your background. Put some thought into the effort that you're trying to put out there. Because the thing is, Black History Month, we get the shortest month of the year to celebrate Black History Month, and then there's really nothing that truly goes into the effort of Black history except for we say, oh, it's Black History Month. You gotta tell a story. Kev said something about talking about the Tuskegee Airmen. There's so many things that could be done with it, but it's made me not care anymore. It made me not even want to look at it. Slick Rick and I were talking recently about, again, going back to this shoe, the Chinese New Year. Every year when they do Chinese New Year shoes, it's a hit. They sell out. They have colors. They're beautiful. They tell a story. You've got some Chinese writing here. You got, I don't know, a Pegasus or something like that on the back. These things tell a story of the Chinese culture, and we just don't have that. And we have a lot of great stories, throughout our history. The Underground Railroad, they could do something with that. So many things that they could do.
I know, they could ask you because you were there.
I mean, I was. I can tell a story. I can tell the story about the Underground Railroad. We can talk about Rosa Parks. She sat right next to me on the bus. We can talk.
Yeah, man. We could even talk about inventors. Like, when you went to high school with Eli Whitney, and you know what I'm saying, he put together the cotton gin.
Man, I'll tell you that, Eli. I used to cheat off Eli paper back in the day. Man. People don't understand that.
And like Danny Deb said, last year, we talked about it. Adidas had put out the Black History Month collection that was all white.
That was that's
it's
what
like,
I remember seeing.
What's going on? There's an idea, like they could even, like I said before, we were talking about inventors. They could do like a sketch to shelf, like with Tinker, where they put the blueprints on an invention that somebody Black created. And I think that Black History Month is great because people get to go on Facebook and see the stories that people share about people that created things. Like I think the first person that created the mobile phone was a Black guy. The stoplight. I think it was a pacemaker. These are all inventions by Black people, and I think it helps us. People see our contribution. There's like, oh well. They could say, well, we were slaves. We helped build America. But no, we help America get to the point it is today, through our contributions to society and our inventions and, in entertainment and sports and, all these other things that, we could be talking about to, add substance to, the Black History Month collection. And, maybe Nike will do something, maybe they won't. But I have about 500 pairs of shoes. About 450 are Nikes or Jordans. I own 2 pairs of Black History Month shoes. And don't ever wear either of them.
Which ones are they?
I got the Kyrie 2. I got a Kyrie 2, and then I got a Jordan 1 where you could take the swooshes off and stuff. And I hate that shoe. I don't even know why. I don't know why. I think I bought it just because of the you could take the swooshes off and stuff. And now you can get any shoe that does that. So it was a purchase that I probably shouldn't have done. But
And then, you're right, Mike, but I didn't even think about this. Sorry to cut you off, Kev.
No, go ahead.
I didn't even think about it that, like you said, Marcus, I think that, like the Chinese New Year shoes, like when you look at the 2 pairs that dropped this year, and I think it was the Chinese New Year, you had the singles days, the 13s, you rub the side, pause, and it exposes the side. And
but one thing that kind of hurts us when it comes to the Black history, whereas opposed to the Chinese culture, we are so easily offended by everything.
Right.
Anything that somebody puts out, Black people are super offended. But when the Chinese New Year shoes kind of like that, they don't get offended when you throw on the Year of the Rat, the Year of the Monkey, or something like that. But when you do something Black, we get offended. We speak out. We lash out. It's never right.
But I think
they don't have.
I think there's certain things you could touch on. Like, they put out a Roberto Clemente shoe. Who's it? It's Converse that put out a Roberto Clemente shoe. Nike has put out Negro League Air Force Ones. So they've done stuff in the past that they can even rehash it. And I mean, if it's a licensing thing, I get it. But it's Nike. Like, you guys can do whatever. You can make whatever happen you want. And people probably be so they would be so prideful thinking that they got a shoe after them. They'd be like, all right, cool. Like, just think the Tuskegee Airman. That's probably would be one of the most dope shoes that you could do. Now, if you messed it up, then there's a
blowback.
You can do it like the Warhawk Air Max. Do it
Yeah.
Tuskegee Airman on the shoe like the Warhawk Air. Man,
that would be dope. That would be dope. I mean, like, if you're gonna do the reflective, on the toe or whatever, I mean, you could definitely make that, because that's what their planes were like. They had that reflective material on the outside with the red tail and the red nose. You could definitely do that with a shoe. So,
Okay, Jermaine Richards is saying the Chinese don't get offended because research is put into the shoe so that Chinese culture is respected. I mean, yes and no. I mean, I'm sure they probably don't have many Asians working at Nike either that can come in there and say,
they're the ones that make them, though.
I mean, they make them, but they make them after Nike sends them the design and the colors. And those people working in those factories aren't in there getting offended. They're getting paid their few dollars an hour that they are making, being basically slaves for Nike, making these shoes for us for a little amount of money. And I mean, again, most cultures, and I'm not trying to, stir up the pot, but most cultures don't get as emotional about things as the black culture does. And I mean, as I can say that as a 47-year-old black man.
I agree with you.
You know what though? But could it be that maybe they are taking the time to do some sort of research? Because think about it, that's a whole overseas demographic that feeds into the sneaker culture.
Right.
We're not talking about the Netherlands or anything like that. Like, Chinese culture is very sneaker dominant. They're very heavy into the sneaker culture. So could it be maybe they don't want to lose that and they are putting more effort into it versus the US? You might say, well, if
they're gonna buy them,
predominantly white and black, it don't matter, right, they're gonna buy them versus the Asian culture. Yeah, if they're offended, they're gonna shut it down. Unfortunately, black or whatever, you might see something that's offensive and maybe they don't shut it down. I mean, the Betsy Ross people shut that down, but I mean, I don't know.
I don't have a problem with it though. But I'm not everybody.
Either, but yeah. So I mean, it could be, but right. I mean, who knows?
You could even have people vote on it.
Yeah,
I mean, like, hey, who would you like to see? And then you have, boom, this is, people that we'll put a shoe after. And I mean, you could, there's so much you could do. There's so much you could do. Like,
it just takes effort.
Right.
Which they don't do.
So,
just like Tone 75 said, if they make a great Black History Month shoe, somebody's going to complain about it.
Oh, of course. There's going to be something that's off.
But if they tried,
right.
the people, I mean, like, people like us, we would notice that. I think we'd be more. I think that if we had the ability to connect with the shoe, I mean, I buy Ohio State shoes and I don't like because it says Ohio State on it.
Ohio State
facts. Yeah, I like those though. I like those. But I have a pair. Like, I have a pair of LeBrons I'm looking at right now. I don't like them, but
really?
They're Ohio
Those
State.
17s?
No, I like the 17s. They're like, I don't even know. They look like Air Force Ones almost. They have a strap over the tongue. The Stewie. What's the Stewie ones?
Oh, damn. Is the Stewie?
Is it the 5?
I want to say it's a 5.
It's a
It's
a LeBron 5.
Is it a 6?
6, maybe it's a 6.
I think it's a 6.
Well, like, I've never put them. I put them on to one of my games. I didn't even wear them in the game. Like, I'd rather wear the metallic Jordan 1 over those. I just don't. I think I don't know, but they're Ohio State, so I bought them. If I was able to connect with a shoe, then I would definitely would be down with it.
Yeah, yeah, but that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, well, maybe someday.
I'll probably be.
Speak it into existence. Have some faith in yourself.
Okay, let's speak this into existence. I'm gonna win the lottery.
All right, man. Hey, I want you to win the lottery too, man, because then, you know what I'm saying, you hold me down. So.
Look out for your boys.
I'm about to disconnect my Instagram account.
Hey, man,
Niggas on
I got your address.
Oh, you think I'm gonna still stay here? I hit the lottery? I'm out.
No, you staying. You gonna keep it. You gonna buy something else too, though. You gonna come back one day, and I'm gonna be sitting there like, Marco.
hey, you can't be putting out my name.
Niggas know your name.
You know what? Most people don't. Somebody was like, Mo. I was like, you know my real name? Yeah, it's Mo, ain't it? No. It ain't Mo.
Man, I seen somebody either playing football or boxing that had your last name. We gonna go there though. But anyways, let's go to the next one. Unless you guys got anything else to say on BHM. Any closing?
No, we good.
All right. So it is February 10th, and this weekend we will have All-Star 2020 in Chicago, which means lots of shoes, lots of releases dropping. And then I didn't get a chance to load this up, but the the Off-White 5s are releasing first come first serve.
Where?
Or was it Off-Whites or is it the pack? Which one of the?
Maybe the pack. I would be very surprised to see.
I think it's an Off-White. I think the Off-White.
Really?
I think the Off-White in Chicago and LA is dropping first come first serve.
Man, you know, good and well they gonna change that. It's early in the week. They gonna they've had it. They would be absolutely nuts to sit here and make that a first come first serve. You would have definitely a problem at your store.
People are gonna. Yeah, it's gonna be get your cameras out. Get your cameras out.
That's the problem.
It's bananas. But yeah, we're gonna go through. I do have a picture of most of the releases that are going out, so we can go through them and just kind of talk about. Can you see the shoes?
Not yet.
All right. Well, I'll give it a second, and then you guys can we can just roll through each one of them, and then we'll just give our opinions on each one. It's quite a couple on here that are.
Oh yeah. Okay. Here they are.
Okay.
I'm trying to go for.
All right. First off, we have the pack with the airship, and then the 85 red and white Jordan 1. What do we think of those?
Sign me up. I know everybody hating on that airship. I personally like the airship. I don't think it's a bad looking shoe. But I also have the white and red metallic Jordan 1, which I like and I rotate pretty regularly. So I love the pack. To me that's the after the Off-White 5. But to me that's the second thing I'm after. Other than them two, the pack and the Off-White, if I don't get nothing else, I'm good.
All right. Mark?
Yeah, I think the pack is dope. I'm not one of those that's hating on the airship, but that Chicago colored one is dope. It has the shape, the height, and everything of the OG. So yeah, I'm loving that pack.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get the pack. I'm not a fan of the airship.
And it's got red in it too?
I'm not a fan of the airship. Like I said, I got the metallic ones. I don't wear those. If I had to wear one of the two, then I would pick the metallic Jordan 1 over those. But yeah, definitely the one. I can justify spending $350 on one pair of shoes. So you get two, so who knows? The other one could be a conversation piece. Honestly, with these packs, there's always one shoe that I can't stand that just sits in the pack, like
that six pack with
class.
The Brazil and
yeah, I got those.
Do you?
Yeah, I got those. I got the class of '97 pack. I got the Pantone. There's one more.
The DMP pack is the greatest pack ever.
Yeah, that and the Raging Bull. I think that and the Raging Bull.
That 5, man, that black one, man.
The black one is trash.
So
it's not as good, but I think that the Raging Bull is so much doper. Like, but it's the Concord too. So I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. But
red.
Yeah, I like that. That's one of my favorite 5s.
Exactly.
But yeah, so that's a thumbs up on the pack for all of us. So next one we go to is the North Carolina to Chicago in women's sizing, but it is going into RNS. So I'm gonna go first. I have secured a pair from Finish Line. Well, I will have them secured on Friday, but I did get the W. So I will have a pair in my size, fellas.
I like the shoe. I mean, I'm not really chasing it or anything. I think it's a GR. I've seen a lot of people trying to jump on these early because they think they're going to be limited. I'm thinking it's a GR. So, I mean, of course, it's not going to sit, but yeah, resale won't be crazy.
The only sizes that are going to be limited are the bigger sizes.
The big size, right?
Yeah.
So that, I mean, everything else is probably going to be down to where Obsidians were. I would think everything from women's 12 and down is going to be where Obsidians were. But then I think 12 and up, you're probably going to be looking at about 250.
Yeah. I was originally going to pass on these. I'm not going to front. The only reason I'm even going to try is because they're coming in my son's size. And they don't make a lot of ones, and he's in a size, 11? No, he's in a 10 now, so I'm going to get him in an 11. But, I mean, I like the way ones look on him, and they don't make very many, ones in, toddler or PS size. So, for me, I'm only trying to get him for that reason.
Yeah,
if I don't hit on him, then I'm good. Because originally I was like, oh, fuck this, I'm passing. Then I was like, oh, kid size? I'm like, damn, they got me.
Man, that color blocking is just crazy. And then, then we got the, there's two different versions of this shoe. The Red Cement 3, one with Nike Air on the back and one with Nike Shy on the back. Marcus and I both already have the 3.
I got them too.
You got okay. All right,
I thought I showed them last week, didn't I?
Nah, we wasn't on last week. Remember?
Oh shoot, damn! Then I did have a pickup. I'm thinking I showed it last week, and I forgot we weren't on.
Oh, so it was a team. Yeah, it was right. It was Team Cop, and then Maul got like wrong size or something like that.
Yeah.
So that was a Team Cop. So that's a yes on the red 3s. Next we got the Monstar LeBron 17. All right, 17. We're at 17 now. Shit, we lose. But
hopefully O ain't in the chat still.
What do you think? You don't like them?
You know what, man? No, I don't like the color blocking. I don't think it's a bad looking shoe, but I think for the 17s, it has to have the right color blocking for me to sit here and say, oh yeah, like when they first did the 17, that first color way that dropped, I like that. This one, but you also know me too. The other issue that I have with this is black. I just, it ain't for me.
Lord,
don't even say it. And it's Black History Month. Yeah, I said it. I don't like black. Now what?
Oh man, they gonna get you. Black Twitter. I think it's a dope colorway, but it's a shoe that I'm passing on with so much stuff that I want coming out. That one's kind of pushed to the back. If they fall out at $100 down the road, then maybe I might go ahead and grab them. But for the most part, I think I'm gonna pass on those. And I know Mark is gonna pass on. He don't rock with no LeBrons.
I mean, I rock with LeBron.
He got some. He got what, 7?
That's a dope shoe, but I mean, it's not a must. If it sits, then I'll cop it later.
No, you ain't. Get out of here.
Yeah, I will.
You are definitely not copping that.
I'm gonna be coming out. That's priority. He ain't. If he don't pick him up this weekend, it's a wrap.
Oh no.
Yeah, and they dropped the if you want to go to after prom with your significant other, you can get the Toon Squad or the Monstars uniform. They dropped today. You and Ro don't need that? Y'all need that.
No,
need that. Well, I can't even talk. I'll be the one that buys jerseys in here. And basketball shorts. But I don't have any of that. I don't have a full set though, so I'm cool. Next we got the Kyrie. I think these are actually fire. But just like the LeBrons, there's so much that they drop all in one time. I can't do it. So
Right.
I'm gonna
Select-
pass on. I do have a pair of Kyrie's on the way.
ID.
Oh, yeah. So those should be here within the next week or two, hopefully.
Okay.
And hopefully they're Wuhan free. But next we'll go on into the KD Just Don, which I actually think is, I don't know if I think the shoe is dope or just the color is dope.
Is what
I
you
think it might
trust
just
me.
be the
it's the
color.
It is the color.
Just the color.
Yeah.
And it's
Take
like
that colorway.
O was talking about it. He was like, "Yeah, I was like, man, that'd be the dopest shoe you don't rock." And
Yep.
I know I won't rock it. I
No.
know I won't rock it because if I'm gonna wear those two colors together, I'm either gonna wear the Travis 4s or the Trophy Room 5s, and I never wear these. So I think they're not bad, and the Just Don Air Force One is actually kind of dope too. But
Yeah, I like
just-
those too.
I'm not gonna wear those. So I ain't buying
It's too
those.
much coming out. It's one of those where
It's-
you gotta be, unless you got deep pockets, you gotta be picky or selective on what you're going after. You can't pick up everything. So
And that Just Done is just a bootleg of the Off-White Air Force One.
Yeah. I think that you
Oh,
think that
yeah.
you think that he's like cheapening himself
Yeah.
by like first with the what the hell was the name of that shoe that I liked and then I hate. But I do like the low. I still like the bread low, the one that came out
What
in
was it,
white
312s
cement.
or
Yeah,
whatever?
the 3-1.
Oh, did you even? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm so mad at myself that I bought two of the high one. But I
Wait,
do.
What color did you?
I got
green
the
joint.
I got the green joints and then I got the blue ones, like the storm blue ones.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, man, I don't know.
I just think he's signing off on shit. He needs to go back to doing twos.
Yeah. His collection with Mitchell and Ness is dropping down too. I've been seeing them things slowly. Now the shorts with the plain ones, they're staying up. They're gonna stay up
like
there.
what,
but-
$450 or something.
Yeah,
like
I'm
that?
not spending $400 on those damn shorts. That
If I did,
that
I'd just
cost you
sleep in them.
125 for the regular ones.
Yeah.
I just need to find somebody who can put pockets in it. I don't even need the stuff on the front. I'm
Oh,
good.
they don't even have pockets.
No,
Oh hell.
yeah, they don't have pockets. But if you buy the authentic Nike, those have pockets, zip up pockets. So if you can get them, they're hard to get. The next one is terrible. These look like Welcome to McDowell's, the Greek Freak.
the Greek freaks.
Yeah, these are trash.
You said what?
Listen, I am not nice.
I'm just
I
not a
am
big fan of
kind,
low
and I am not
basketball
wonderful.
shoes.
Yeah, I don't like these at all. I don't like these.
I don't like that colorway per se.
I don't like
They're
the
not
shoe.
horrible, but
just
you don't
don't
like the shoe at all?
I don't like
The-
the shoe. It's
You like the Coming to America ones?
nope.
No.
And
Okay,
I mean,
and that's your movie. Too.
I was gonna I would have just bought it just because of that, and I had to pull myself off the ledge. Like, listen, young man, you got a long life to live here.
They're gonna be sitting right there next to those black laser 4s.
Man, them things, hey, they got taken off the wall. They're no longer in they're back in the box. I've been demoting shoes lately because I'm not buying any more of these damn boxes. They cost too damn much. And then next we got I mean, if you guys don't want to say anything else about the Greek Freak, we got PG. Was it a PG4? Is it the 4? No, we get the 4.
I think it's the 4.
Wait, hold up, Kev.
Man, I'm getting old, man.
What's with the skeleton?
Let's go to her. That's my dick. That's my man. Man, like that, it'd be dope if they could go back and do like 80s cartoons where you put like a talk show with like Megatron, Skeletor, and like maybe one more like bad guy, and they just like cracking on each other, just roasting each other. I think that would be dope. Like, you ever see the
Didn't they have something like that on
Milo the
13
Cat? You ever see Milo the Cat where he'll put like different cartoon characters in rap videos, and then it looks like they're rapping? But I think it'd be dope if you had like just people roasting each other as maybe even Cobra Commander. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
did send us something like that with had the Mob Deep, right? It was,
yeah. I think that would be dope. It's something that if I could figure out how to do, I'm gonna do it because I think it'd be
Photoshop. You need to chill out. Chill out.
And then I don't even know what the names of these are. I just had the picture. They're 3 pairs of Converse. Trash, and trash. No, they're not. They're not. The one I guess would be all right. You know, if you're going to the Hamptons. Yeah, if you're going to the Hamptons, you know what I'm saying? You got a pair of J. Crew pants on, you know what I'm saying, with the sweater. You know, like, but the other ones, I'm good on them. Earl Matagoat. Pass on them. And then the fake shell toe. I'm good on those. Now, these Jordan 34s, I think, are fire.
What?
I like these joints. I like the 34. Am I gonna buy them?
Yes.
No. Well, no,
yeah,
exactly. I can't.
It's gonna be a month later. You're like, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Down the road, if they
under retail.
Listen, if they slip through the cracks and they hit $120, $100, I will grab them. I like the 34, like the one I got from City Gear. I like them a lot, man.
Which one? What color 34?
The first pair, the white, the original.
White and red.
Mm-hmm. White, black, and red.
Yeah.
They're similar. They're actually really similar to these, but these have a shroud that go over them. So, like, I think these just will look fire on the court. I think they will look fire on the court. It's got like a leather, you know, like whatever cover over it with the zipper.
The judge was in front of me, so
hey,
I can't do nothing with that.
I gotta get my ass on the court, man, before I end up under the court.
Get on a treadmill on the court.
Man,
that's that story.
Man, and then we got them Russell Westbrooks. Oh. What are we doing? Russ, what are we doing? I don't know, man.
They're giving, well, you know what? Never mind. I was about to say something that's probably not very PC.
Watch yourself.
Yep, chill out.
But
chill out. Turn over a new leaf.
But yeah, I mean, those are those are the All-Star collections from the graphic that I could see from Nike. Unfortunately, I don't have any Adidas and anything like that. But those are the thoughts on that. What's your favorite? Go ahead and post your favorites in the chat. What are you gonna be going after this weekend?
Oh wait, I just realized what's not on there. They ain't had the Off-White 5 on there.
Yeah, that is not on there, but that's one I would like to get. If I don't get it, then I'm just gonna have to let that thing sail away, unless it drops down dramatically. It's got to drop down dramatically. Like, I really wanted those reverse breads, but unless those now with the reverse bread, I drop this. The only thing that's numbered is the bag that they come in. Yeah. So there is a chance that these shoes drop GR and you spend $700, $800, $900 on these joints for a bag with a number on it.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah,
Nike can do it too.
Yeah, I think Nike I think when they created the shoe, they had intentions on having a full GR, and I think the way people looked at the shoe, they was like, nah, I ain't feeling it. And then when they came out and said limited, then they knew they was gonna sell that shoe. But I think we're gonna see another run of them.
They can keep them. I tried for Kev. I had no interest.
I like him. I like him a lot. And then if you guys get a chance, make sure you check out Kick Doc. He posted a picture of his customs that he did, which actually like a true like reverse bread. And I think his is actually doper than the ones that they dropped. So if you get a chance to check his out, those are super dope. You see here, we got Hella says she's looking at the monsters and the ones. Retro wants the same. Dominican Elving, he wants the ones. Mike wants the threes and the ones. The threes they're essential, man. I'm just glad that I was able to get them. JJ all day said he wants the ones, the Kyries, and maybe the threes. You gotta get them threes, man. You gotta get them threes. he said Lars said that they're definitely going to drop them as a GR, and you know, I'll buy them. I will buy them. And he said you're going to see a bunch of fakes.
Probably. Just
You're
like
going to see a
anything
bunch
else.
of fake everything. You're going to see a bunch of these fake off-whites. Believe that. People are saying that there's a lot more of them off-whites than people think.
People think.
So for you drop $1,300 to $1,800 on them, just be patient.
I'm telling you, man, that's the thing. I don't get that. Like, I think what people have to understand is, it's almost 9. Let me shut up. Well, what people got to understand is, and I'm making it quick. My mom left like 30 minutes ago.
All right.
Is that you'll be all right. Is that half the time, once the shoe drops and everybody gets it, that price is gonna drop. So you're paying right now. I've seen them for $1,400 pre-order, and so of course once they drop, you're gonna get them for under $1,400. So I don't get why people have to sit here and pay to get them. All right. I mean, what is getting them early do for you that you have to overpay like that?
What about
Right?
the time you get them?
If it's one thing if you're overpaying for by $100, $120. I mean, okay, cool, I get that. But to sit here, I'm telling you, that shoe is dropping. It's what, $1,400 now. It's probably gonna get down to maybe at some point $8, maybe less, maybe. So even if it only drops to $1,000, that's $400 you're gonna save. And for what? You're overpaying for that shoe for right now. It's not that serious, you know. So I've been burned twice. And that's why I don't pre-order anymore. I got those DB 13s, which luckily they shipped me the wrong size, so I was able to send it back and get my money back. And then I got the those the fives,
Fab Fives.
I paid like $275, and the joints are under retail. I said that's it.
I'm about to have mine. I'm about to have mine customized, man. I seen a pair of Laker. They flipped it. They made them Lakers. Cause I can't wear these. I can't wear them like they as is. I just can't.
No?
I can't do it.
Shoot, I was like, I got my Tokyos. Why did I even do this?
Yeah, true.
But it's one of those you get caught up in the moment, just like those threes. The red threes that just dropped. I wasn't if it wasn't for the shock drop, I wouldn't have got them. I told myself I wasn't getting them, but it's just that thrill of trying to pick something up. It's just like, oh shit, shock drop. Let me try, and I hit. And I get caught up in that a lot of times. And those Animal Instinct threes, I wasn't getting those. Oh man, let me try this out. Boom,
I like the Animal Instinct threes a lot.
I like them, but it's one of those where I have right now 8 pairs of shoes that are new that I haven't worn, and that's a part of my, I got a new job, so I don't try and go in there too extra. So it kind of is affecting my.
Shit, I can't wear mine at my job either. So.
I'm wearing my shit like that.
I wear mine to go to the grocery store. I be going to the grocery store every day. You guys need something? Baby needs milk. Gotta go. All right, I'll be back in about an hour.
Oh shoot!
But yeah, we can shut it down. Maybe we can hit the Flex app next time. We'll keep that for next time. So I did a hashtag hero last week, and I'm just gonna play it this week. It was with Kobe. If you put in was it Mamba Midsole, then I put it in there. It was a little bit of participation, not a lot, but like I wanted to make sure that I added that in there. Next week we'll just keep it Monday Midsole as usual. I'll just pick from there.
Shout out to Need More Nick for the thought, the idea on the hashtag.
All right, yeah. So you guys want to do your
closeout?
Yeah, your closeouts.
Yeah,
you do yours and then I'll go, and then we'll we let the legend.
Oh man,
Morgan Freeman. I'm Morgan Freeman.
More like Forrest Whitaker, but
I wish I could tell you that Andy fought a good fight.
Oh man, I can't with y'all. Shout out to you guys on the panel, as always, making me laugh, keeping me grounded. Shout out to you guys out in the chat for tuning in once again another Monday. Appreciate you guys. I don't really think I got much else going on that I want to talk about per se. Download the app. Shoot, give it a shot. Give me your thoughts. definitely some things. I'm still working on some stuff, so definitely some big things coming. And yeah, I'll check you guys next Monday.
Boom. All right. Appreciate you guys being on. Hopefully next week we have Leader of the Light Skin Legion back in full effect. Appreciate the the usual suspects. And I'm gonna go ahead and do my thing here. Shout out to Hella Laced, Dominican Code Key, KY Souls, Jody Rockstar, Kicks Fiend 84. Appreciate you guys shouting us out. I know we didn't really put anything out, but regardless, we still enjoy doing the show, and I'm gonna go ahead and pass it to the legend.
All right. Well, appreciate you guys for coming and hang out with us. I don't know why I'm the legend this week. I don't know where this came from.
You're legendary.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever.
I wish I could be a legend. Don't tell everybody I'm a legend. Maybe I'll be one.
Yeah, y'all gonna tell me about this legend thing.
I'll let you know.
We'll tell you.
But appreciate you guys.
Legendary.
Appreciate the chat.
You
Everybody
guys are all legendary.
and shows love every Monday hanging out with us. I don't really have nothing either, man. I mean, it's just another Monday. So, but thank y'all for coming out here and hanging out with us again. And we'll see y'all next week.
Peace. Oops, it's the wrong outro.
What this nigga do?
It's Kobe though.